morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending the time you come across this video. My name is Farida Bint Akinsanya, also known as Farida Akinsanya. Thank you so much, Mommy Unstoppable. I'll be participating in the phone competition for the month of November. Today, I'll be talking about peptic ulcer. First, I'd like to mention the types of ulcer we have. We have the gastric ulcer and the duodenal ulcer. What is gastric ulcer? Gastric ulcer is the ulcer that occur in the stomach, while the duodenal ulcer is one that occur in the upper portion of the duodenum or in the upper portion of the small intestine. So someone who have pain in the abdomen or the stomach is said to have a gastric ulcer, while someone that have pain in the upper portion of the small intestine is said to have a duodenal ulcer. So someone who have the two, that have both the gastric and the duodenal ulcer, is said to have a peptic ulcer. So what do we call peptic ulcer? Peptic ulcer is the type of ulcer, is a disease which causes a breakage in the lining of the stomach and also the upper portion of the duodenal or small intestine. What are the causes of this peptic ulcer? We have two causes. One, we have the infection with the bacterium called the H. pylori. How can you prevent this H. pylori? The H. pylori infection is transferred from person to person. It is transferred from person to person or from food and water. You can get it from food and water. How can you prevent it? One, you have to wash your hand very well before eating. Wash your hand before and after eating. Always wash your hand very well before you put it in your mouth. And also, cook your food very well before eating it. Your food must be well cooked before eating it. The second causes is the long use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. What are these non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs? These are the pain relief we take. When you take too much of pain relief, you are at risk of having peptic ulcer entirely. You are at risk of having ulcer. So limit your intake of pain relief. So you have to reduce your intake of pain relief. Just take pain relief anytime. Don't take pain relief anytime. And also, when you want to take pain relief, make sure you eat very well. Eat very well before you take a pain relief. Now, let's move to the risk factors. Though ulcer does not have a risk factors, but there are some things you will do that will trigger the ulcer. For someone that already have this ulcer, there's something you do that will trigger it. One, when you smoke, someone who smoking triggers ulcer. Drinking of alcohol also triggers ulcer. And also, eating of spicy food, too much of spicy food also trigger this ulcer. What are the signs and symptoms of ulcer? Symptoms of ulcer. One, we have stomach pain. Stomach pain. When you have a stomach pain, as in the severe stomach pain, think of ulcer. Two, burning sensation in the heart. Heart burning. When you have a burning sensation in your heart, think of ulcer. Then three, intolerance to fatty food. You can't tolerate fatty food. And also 4, when you have when you feel like vomiting or you're actually vomiting, think of ulcer. Now, how can we prevent ulcer? How can you prevent ulcer? Prevent yourself from infection, that is the H. pylori infection, by washing your hand very well before putting it in your mouth, and also make sure your food are well cooked before eating it. And also reduce your intake of pain reliefs. Don't take pain relief all the time. Reduce your intake of pain relief and don't overuse. Even when you are taking pain relief, don't overuse it. When you're supposed to take one, don't take two. Ulcer has two stages. We have the severe and the chronic ulcer. This severe one is the one that the symptoms are stomach pain. But once you didn't take your drugs, or you keep on triggering this ulcer by eating the spicy food, smoking or alcohol, that's when you have a chronic ulcer. And this chronic ulcer is the worst of it. What are the symptoms of this chronic ulcer? 1, you're having blood in your poo. When you poo, you see a blood in your feces. 2, vomiting. When you vomit and you're actually seeing blood in your vomiting, think of chronic ulcer. 3, trouble breathing. You'll be having difficulty in breathing. 4, loss of appetite. You won't be able to eat very well. And the last one is unexplained weight loss. You're gonna have a weight loss. So, what are the treatments for ulcer? I'll ask you to go to visit a doctor. So your doctor will prescribe the normal drugs for you. Visit a doctor. Thank you so much, Mommy Unstoppable, for this great opportunity. Thank you so much, ma'am. I really appreciate. Please, if you find this helpful, kindly like my video, comment, view, and also share this video. And also don't forget to follow page, the Stella Rebranded page, the Stella Rebranded Backup page, the Stella Family Home, Sandy Beauty and More, Lady T, Widower or Widow Empowerment page, and Unstoppable and OD Kitchen. Kindly follow us there. You're gonna enjoy it. Thank you all. Bye bye.